And you think about how much she not only went through on the show, but brought to the show. When she came on, she was with AJ. He, between filming her first season and shooting the reunion, she lost him. Mama Joyce was disapproving of AJ in her first season. This was season 2 of Atlanta. It was Kandi's first season. She also, in those early seasons, did the music and wrote Tardy for the Party. Insane. Which has become, canon. I mean, it's just iconic to the moment.
This is my little twin. When I was little, this is how I looked.
Why is my neck so long?
You said, why is your neck so long?
Yeah.
I don't know. You haven't grown into it.
What do you get if you cross a cat with a carrot? That's not that funny.
Kandi Burruss has been out here cementing her legacy, not just as a Grammy-winning queen, but as one of the most buzzed-about stars on Real Housewives of Atlanta. For years, she's had us gagging with her slick comebacks, headline-worthy drama, and that non-stop grind. But while Kandi's been soaking up the limelight, her daughter, Riley Burruss, has been out here glowing up on the low. That shy little girl we met back in the day, baby, she's now a confident young woman making moves and spilling a little tea about her superstar mama.
I'm only focused on me and what I got going on. That's where I'm at right now, because I'm like, time shows improve, Sonny. Time shows improve.
Riley Burruss has spent her entire life in the public eye, growing up right alongside Kandi's rise to fame on Real Housewives of Atlanta. When the show premiered back in 2008, Riley was just a little girl, always by her mom's side as she navigated the chaos and drama that kept viewers glued to their screens. From the jump, Kandi made it crystal clear Riley was her #1 focus, even as she jiggled her booming career, friendships, and love life. As Kandi's name rang louder, so did the spotlight on Riley, who quickly became a familiar face for fans of the franchise. Now, here we are in May 2024, and Riley has blossomed into a young woman with a path of her own. She just graduated from New York University, a major accomplishment for both her and Kandi, who has always stressed the value of education. But Riley's graduation isn't just a proud family moment. It's the culmination of years spent navigating the unique challenges of growing up in the public eye. Her time at NYU wasn't without its share of ups and downs. Riley started out chasing a degree in nutrition, but eventually switched gears to music business, a move that had folks side-eyeing and saying it was all because of her mama, Kandi. But let's be clear, this wasn't just about riding her mom's coattails. Riley wanted to learn the industry on her terms. Growing up, she watched Kandi kill it as a songwriter, producer, and boss, soaking in that unstoppable work ethic. While Riley has major respect for her mom's grind, she's made it known that she's determined to create her own lane, which isn't exactly easy when your mom is as iconic and influential as Kandi Burruss. Choosing to dive into music business feels like Riley's way of blending her personal dreams with the gems she's picked up from her mom. And while there are definite parallels to Kandi's hustle, Riley hasn't shied away from speaking her truth about the struggles of growing up under the glare of fame. In a recent interview, she got real about how her childhood in the spotlight shaped her outlook on life. Riley got real about the double-edged sword of growing up with a famous mom. While she's thankful for the doors Kandi's success opened, she didn't shy away from admitting it wasn't always a walk in the park living in her mom's shadow. Riley opened up about how the pressures of fame chipped away at her confidence, especially when fans and the media had too much to say about her looks and personality. Those raw moments gave us a glimpse into the emotional weight of growing up in the public eye. But what really turned heads was what Riley had to say about Kandi's parenting. She gave her mom her flowers for being supportive and showing her what hard work looks like. Still, she confessed that there were times Kandi's packed schedule left her feeling a little overlooked. Kandi's ambition, while inspiring, sometimes meant Riley missed out on some of that one-on-one connection. Even so, Riley shared how those moments helped her develop lessons she now holds close as she steps into her own. She also touched on the delicate dance between privilege and the pressures that come with it. Growing up in a household where money was never an issue gave Riley access to amazing opportunities, but it also came with intense expectations. Riley admitted that while she valued the privileges her upbringing gave her, she often felt pressure to prove herself outside of her family's name. These vulnerable moments deeply connected with fans, who applauded her for showing such honesty and wisdom. With Kandi stepping back from RHOA to focus on other projects, it's obvious the Burruss family dynamic is shifting in ways we're only beginning to grasp.
Well, okay, so everybody knows that this year, they took like a few extra months between the season to figure out what they wanted to do with the cast.
How long do they normally take to tell? So this is the announcement of the cast, right?
Right.
Okay.
Normally, after we finish the reunion, people get their letters to know, that they're going to pick up and go to the next season or not, right? But they were like, oh, well, we got to figure some things out. And so during that time, people know I work all the time anyway. Right. But, I started to have some other movie opportunities, a lot of other things that were happening that I can't even talk about. And I was just like excited about being able to spend more time with my family, but working and not being stressed and having to argue and go back and forth with people.
When Riley Burruss comments about growing up with Kandi hit the spotlight, fans couldn't wait to see how Kandi would react. Staying true to herself, Kandi approached the situation with pride and class, proving yet again why she's such a fan favorite. In interviews and on social media, Kandi didn't shy away from showing love for Riley, making it clear how proud she is of the strong, independent young woman her daughter has become. Instead of getting defensive, Kandi focused on celebrating Riley's honesty and accomplishments, even admitting that she wasn't a perfect parent. She spoke openly about the challenges of juggling her thriving career and motherhood, especially during Riley's early years. Kandi's openness struck a chord with fans who have watched her evolution on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Reflecting on Riley's candidness, Kandi saw it as proof of the deep connection they share, built on communication and respect. No matter what struggles Riley revealed, Kandi's pride in her daughter remains unshakable. Kandi never misses a chance to gush over Riley's wins, from her academic successes to her growing career ambitions. In a recent post celebrating Riley's graduation, Kandi shared how proud she is to see her daughter chasing her dreams and paving her own way. For Kandi, moments like these are a testament to the lessons she's worked hard to teach Riley about determination and perseverance. At the same time, Kandi's own career has been going through a major glow-up. Over the past year, she's stepped back from Real Housewives of Atlanta to dive into new ventures in acting and producing. With projects like her Broadway hit The Piano Lesson and acting gigs on shows like The Chai, Kandi's been leveling up her already stacked resume. But this grind hasn't come without sacrifices at home. Kandi has been candid about how her busy schedule affects her family, which likely influenced some of Riley's recent reflections. Still, this isn't the first time Kandi and Riley have faced public scrutiny, and it certainly won't be the last. Their ability to confront challenges head-on is a defining feature of their relationship, and Kandi's loving response to Riley's honesty shows just how unshakable their bond really is.
And you think about how much she not only went through on the show, but brought to the show. When she came on, she was with AJ. Mm-hmm. He, between filming her first season and shooting the reunion, was... Wow. She lost him. Mama Joyce was disapproving of AJ in her first season. This was season 2 of Atlanta. It was Sandy's first season. She also, in those early seasons, did the music and wrote Tardy for the Party, which has become, canon. I mean, it's just iconic to the moment.
As if the Burruss family wasn't already a household name, now here comes Riley, ready to snatch the spotlight for herself with her new reality show, Making It in Manhattan. This series is about to give us a front row seat to Riley's journey as she goes from college life to conquering the music business, giving us a peek into her growth, goals, and personality. For the first time, Riley is stepping out front and center without Kandi in the background. And baby, that's a bold move considering she spent most of her life living in her mom's shadow. Some fans are even speculating if Riley's recent honesty was strategically timed to drum up hype for her show. While Riley insists she's just speaking her truth, we can't help but side-eye the timing. With Making It in Manhattan about to drop, all this attention on Riley's revelations has definitely got people curious about what she's bringing to the table as a reality star. You knew comparisons to other Bravo kids like Gia Giudice and Brooks Marks were coming, right? Both Gia and Brooks have taken their parents' fame and turned it into their own successful spots in entertainment and fashion. Riley? Oh, she's about to do the same, but with her own spin. Her focus on the music industry already sets her apart from the pack. Unlike many Bravo kids who go off to do their own thing far from the spotlight, Riley's choice to dive into reality TV feels like a bold, strategic move to carve out her own name as a media personality. Sure, Riley's recent revelations have the world talking right now, but her new reality show, Making It in Manhattan, might just flip the script on how we see her. And Kandi too. We've watched Riley grow up on TV, but this show promises to give us a deeper, more intimate look at her hustle, her goals, and her perspective on life beyond her mom's shadow. For Riley and Kandi, this feels like the perfect next chapter in their ongoing story.
You were on the red carpet for the Grammys, and you announced that you were leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I wasn't sure how I was gonna tell people at the time, right?
Right.
And but it was kind of like boiling inside of me. So my friend, she asked me on the red carpet, and I was like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, girl. I'm not going back. Oh, I feel like that was the best way because it was my way, and it let me leave on my own terms, and it made it so I couldn't change my mind. When Andy called me, he was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And I was like, well, I guess I don't know how I feel about it either.
Yeah.
At first I was fine until he called.
Until he said.
And then he started saying all these things about what he was gonna miss and how much he loved, our relationship. And he had me kind of teary-eyed on the phone, to be honest. And it made me feel like, wow, I'm glad we have this relationship. And I didn't leave on a bad note. We still have that relationship. I still support him. I feel like we have a friendship. I'm glad it's that way.
As Riley Burruss's honest comments about growing up with Kandi spread across social media, fans quickly flooded their platforms to share their reactions. Many praised Riley for her courage, applauding her for speaking out about the challenges of being raised by a famous parent. One user wrote, Riley is so brave for sharing her truth. Growing up in the spotlight isn't easy, and her perspective is so needed. Another said, I've watched Riley grow up on RHOA, and it's so inspiring to see her find her voice. She's clearly her mother's daughter. These supporters felt Riley's comments were a powerful reminder that even the most glamorous lives come with their own set of struggles. They filled her posts with love, calling her brave for discussing the complexities of her relationship with Kandi. However, not everyone agreed. Some fans criticized Riley for airing her family's personal matters so publicly, arguing that it could cast Kandi in an unfair light. One person weighed in, saying, this feels like something that should have stayed private. No need to air out family business like that. Another commenter added, I get wanting to share your story, but Riley needs to remember her mom's sacrifices for her success. This feels a little ungrateful. Hashtags like Yetcha Riley Spills Tea and Nykarsh Burruss Family Drama started trending, with fans sharing memes, opinions, and even wild theories about what might really be happening behind closed doors. One of the most viral moments was a fan-made video that compared Riley's recent revelations to older clips of her on RHOA, showing how much she's grown and changed over the years. This sparked a new debate about the pressures of growing up in the public eye and how celebrity kids are shaped by it. So, what does all this mean for Kandi, Riley, and the Burruss family legacy? The attention on Riley's comments proves just how deeply invested fans are in the Burruss family drama. As one of Bravo's most iconic families, the Burruss crew continues to keep viewers hooked with their ability to handle personal struggles while dealing with all the public attention. Through everything, they've shown they're tough, proving that their bond is deeper than what's shown on camera. Whether it's Kandi running her businesses or Riley stepping into her own spotlight, fans can't help but respect how they continue to thrive despite the challenges. Riley's journey stands out too, as she's not just following in her mother's footsteps. She's forging her own way while honoring Kandi's legacy. And let's be real, Riley's potential to break out is undeniable. With her upcoming reality show and growing presence in the entertainment world, she's already setting up her own space, while still connected to the Burruss family legacy. Now, it's your turn. What do you think about Riley spilling the tea on her mom? Was she crossing the line? Or is she just speaking her truth? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on your favorite stars.